like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that.
Suck it, duck it.
Quack, quack. Quack, quack.
What's up, my
What's
brother?
up, young man?
I can't call it. I
Hey,
can't
nothing.
call
How
it.
you
Like
doing?
Look like it's just me and you. They must don't know. We could carry a show.
I
They
know
must
it.
don't
Hey,
know.
they don't know. Hey, we can carry the show and act a fool.
Yeah, they don't know.
and Jew, they must not know, boy. We raised up together, boy. We can act a fool now.
That's right. That's right.
We just trying to get everybody. We just trying to get everybody their chance.
Yeah. Everything good over there?
Oh yeah, everything good, man. This rain came down so fast, man. Jew, it's like everybody on the side of the road with their caution lights stopped. That's how it just came down out of nowhere. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thank God everybody careful.
Like it got Malcolm X's
Yeah.
daughter, so hold on. Malcolm X's daughter just came in.
What's up, Malcolm X's daughter? Hey, boy, we was about to cut up.
You know what? I started not to get on tonight because I still want us to have a show after the day.
Lord,
But-
we will.
But-
you cannot go there.
I said, let me pray and let me meditate before I come on. Let me get my life right.
Well, I'm
You
sure
know.
that Betty Jones,
And-
Sister Betty Jones, will really appreciate
Yeah.
you praying and meditating before you do what you do.
Yeah.
Say anything
Because you don't pass. It's Sonya. You don't pass me. I'm good, man. I'm good. You making me look good because you. Oh Lord.
I was very good last week. Y'all don't remember?
You was pretty good last week. I gotta give you that.
Yeah,
You wasn't
I was
bad,
pretty
man.
good because I was actually working, but I'm not working tonight. I'm gonna put what I'm doing on hold because we got a lot to talk about. I don't even know what the agenda is today.
No, the agenda is just elections and
Ooh, I heard y'all had a lot of problems down there yesterday. Ooh.
school
Jeez.
shootings and elections. Yeah, we had a little bit of problems, but it still went off, So ain't too much we could do about it, but report it.
They want to congratulate.
Well, with the school shootings, nobody covered the elections. So I mean, nobody covered the elections.
Hell, they got what, 21 kids done died now?
Yeah. Well, no, it's still at 19, but it's 21 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's 21 people.
I was trying to find something a few minutes ago, Sandra, where it said they gave all the countries, Spain, Russia, Sweden, everybody, they had all of them about 15 or 20 countries. And they were showing how many school shootings each one of them had in the last 5 years or something. I can't remember how many years it was.
That would be a none.
But the United States, they were showing 1 for this country, 0, 0, 0, 0 for these countries. School shootings. And the United States had 288 school shootings.
Exactly. And if we've had 288 school shootings, how many bodies is that?
It's a whole lot.
That's a whole lot of bodies.
A whole lot.
And and after everyone, these Republicans get on with their talking points. So the new talking points is we have a mental health issue. And no, we don't have a mental health issue in this country, people. I mean, yes, we do have a mental health issue. We've had mental health issues in this country for decades. Ever since the first slave was let out of slavery, we've had mental health issues. Okay? But they don't fund mental health issues in this country either. But what they do also do is they don't pay attention, because right across there in California, where the laws are a lot stricter on guns, they only have I think they have 12 federal gun, 12 places that's authorized to sell guns in California. You don't see all of the shootings, and they have lower murder rates. We hadn't seen a school shooting over in California. They have lower suicide rates. All of these things are connected to the laws. Over here in Texas, it's wide open. Do what you do. And then Hot Wheels got the nerve to go down there to this place where all of these kids were murdered, and he's giving thoughts and prayers to these. If I was one of those parents, I would have got up on that stage and flipped his ass out of that wheelchair. For real. You wouldn't have been able to console me, and you wouldn't have been able to hold me, because so he's doing this press conference today. But you know what he's doing this weekend, starting Friday? The NRA conference here in Houston. So how does this match up? And just not even a year ago, he gave people in permission to ride around. I mean, to purchase guns with no permits. You don't have to have a permit, and you don't have to have training. So what's that? It's the perfect storm, is what it is.
And they're doing it all over the country, though. Georgia's creating the perfect storm also because they got the open carry law now. You can just carry your gun without a license. I mean, good Lord. They just circumvented everything. It was rules in place at one time. They just cut the rules out. So, they make it convenient to how they want them. It almost seems like they made these laws so they could kill somebody one day because some lawmaker made it so he could be able to justify himself killing somebody one day. Because why would you let anybody carry a gun in public anywhere they want, anytime they want? It don't make sense.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all, that's a trap. That's a trick.
Yeah.
Black people, that's a trick. Because you let one of us walk into a grocery store with a weapon. It might not go well for you. It might go well, but then it might not.
Everybody's going to be on high alert right now, because of all the shootings that's happening. So when somebody walk in with a gun, there you go with your gun, and you might be a little fidgety and shoot that person,
Exactly, because you just never know.
The world is getting a little bit
more my thing is this. I'm getting to a point where, and me and Vanna was talking about this earlier, I'm getting to a point where stop blaming everything on mental health at the end of the day. Because these fools know what they're doing. If you plan it, know how you gonna do it, and everything, they ain't mental health. They ain't got nothing to do with mental health. At the end of the day, if they don't kill you and you go to court, then they're gonna use mental health, right? Then they're gonna use the law for mental health. It's sad that these kids, these 5 and 6 and 4-year-old kids getting shot up in school, where their parents sending them to learn something, and they come and find out that their kids done been shot up, and you go to a middle school and see your kid all shot up. Come on, man. That is totally wrong. It is totally wrong. And my thing is this: we so concerned about this other crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're so concerned about sending Ukraine all this damn money, and we can't even protect our own home from our own people. You know what I'm saying? And it gets to a point where you get tired. So I'm like this here. If I'm going to any public, I'm looking all over the place. Matter of fact, I forgot what store I was in, and I seen this white guy. He was sitting over there. He looked crazy, and I'm like, man, we gotta keep an eye on him. Now it's talking about keeping an eye on people, man. You can't even walk in the store and enjoy your shopping because you see some food look strange, and for you to man, I just don't understand. We need to focus. We need to refocus in this country. We need to refocus. At the end of the day, we need to refocus. I mean, because we focus on the wrong thing. If you send $40 billion not to Ukraine, and you can't give us $40 to buy food, and the way the inflation going, and I'm gonna tell you, Cobb County, I'm so upset with y'all. Y'all done raised my damn taxes on my property. Y'all done lost y'all mind. Y'all done lost. I ain't mean to bring that in there, but I'm just saying. I got to get it, man. Come on now. How you gonna raise something, man? I'm gonna pick my house off that property and carry it somewhere.
You can challenge it.
I am. But people don't realize just because you pay off your house, and it's nice paying off your house, and it's a wonderful thing, you still have an opportunity to lose your house if you don't pay your taxes on your house, your property. So I mean, it's a no-win situation all around, man. It's a no-win situation. But we're supposed to be the greatest country in the world, man. Okay, let me hush right now.
Okay. I mean, well, we are the greatest country in the world for some people, though.
Yeah.
For some people, we are. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You know what? I see the frustration in Jew's eyes. I see the frustration in your eyes, Sonia, and you see the frustration. Man, we tired. Just fighting.
Yeah.
We just tired.
And before we can process one tragic event, because mind you, we hadn't even gotten over the hate-filled hater. This white man walking into the grocery store a week and a piece ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those bodies are not buried yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those bodies are not in the ground yet. Those families are still sitting on front porches somewhere, you know, having what we call sitting ups. They still sitting up, drinking, and can't believe that their loved one went to the grocery store to get some strawberries. And this hater came in the store and killed him. And then the police, this is the two different Americas we talking about, because police came and negotiated with that boy, but they didn't do no negotiating with this Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
They blew the Mexican out the water.
Yeah.
Over here. I'm just telling you. This is the two different Americans that we talking about.
Yeah. And you're right. And you know what get me is that they don't like talking about this. They don't like talking about this. It is Black America, and is white America, and is Mexican America, and Asian. We got all kind of, you know what I'm saying? And who give them the right? Who give them the right to be the judge for anybody? They get so my nerve. Who give them the right? Y'all don't have no right. Y'all came here and stole the right, and now y'all thinking y'all bigger than anybody else, and you can walk this man from you know, talk to him and then take him to jail alive, but you blow this man's head off at the middle school, and there wasn't no talking. Man, y'all done lost your mind. Y'all done lost your mind.
But what we're doing actually in America, what they're doing is they're reaping the benefits of what they sold. Because you can't sow all of these guns onto these streets and not reap the hate and the violence that you're sowing. You know, you tell people, and you can turn on the news, you turn to Fox, and they're talking about let's start a revolution, and you know the minorities are trying to take over, and we need to do this and we need to do that. So now you have these ticking time bombs, which are that are your 18 to 62-year-old white men. You know, I mean, you've caused them to have these. They're not mentally ill. They're mad and they're full of hate for people they don't even know. You know, my suggestion is, well, if you're mad, take it out on your family. You know, I mean, not that I'm advocating violence, but start at home. You know, I mean, let let's center your stuff at home. Don't come outside and take it out on people that we don't come up in your house and start shooting up, you know? And then now you have senators and all of this talking about, well, we need to stop this. No, y'all need to stop this. Y'all need to turn down your voices, turn down your rhetoric, turn down your foolishness. You know, that white woman over there in Georgia, somebody just need to snatch her. You know, somebody need to snatch her. What was her last name? Green. What's
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Somebody just need to snatch her and shake the pieces out of her, you know, and just throw her somewhere. Her, Candace Owens, all of them need to be in the same ditch together, because none of them worth 2 cents. Walking or riding.
You do know it's all right for you to stop, right?
I'm just saying. You know, because if these are just the only 2 things on the agenda, you know, when do we say, how big does the body count have to get for us to say, okay, you know,
Tiffany getting ready to say something and you wouldn't stop.
We need to start calling the police every time we see a white person out of place from now on. If a white person come in Beulah Baptist Church, I'm serious. We gotta call the police on them, because on there, you know. Yeah. And we have to think of them as suspects from now on. Yeah. You know,
You're right.
I'm sorry. You know, I love Chuck Fagan. I love Chuck. You know, Chuck can come anywhere I am. But, you know, he gonna have to catch it. Chuck, you can't come into Beulah Baptist Church. I'm sorry.
Hey.
All right. Tiffany, our new commissioner from Athens, Georgia. She is our co-host here on the Rabble. We all want to give her a hand.
Congratulations.
Yay, girl.
Thank you, family.
It is.
My Ramble family, thank y'all so much.
All we do
Great
is
job.
win around here.
Girl, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's bittersweet though, because when I was getting ready for the watch party yesterday, that's when the breaking news came across the stream about the elementary school. So it's been bittersweet for me. I've been crying a lot, because as a parent, you don't send your baby off to school thinking that something like that is gonna happen. And as a mom, that hit me like a ton of bricks. And so I've been glued to the TV, and it's just at some point, the politicians that's causing all of this mess with this false rhetoric and this replacement theory, all that nonsense that's got these children just in an uproar. We have to hold them accountable, because, and then like you said, the news outlets that's still pushing hate every day. The news anchors that's spewing hate every day, they're just as responsible for igniting whatever is in these young men to make them pick up these guns. Like the NRA, they have to be held accountable. Assault rifles for little kids, for elderly people. And my cousin was telling me, she was saying about the 18-year-old who was casing out Buffalo, New York, who went and shot the 10 innocent people. He knew that was a not only did he know that was a predominantly black neighborhood, but he knew that elderly people shop there. I failed to believe that if he knew that that was a place where younger black people hung out, he wouldn't have been so bold to hop out his car and just start shooting like that. He knew that it was elderly people that shop mainly at that top store.
Yeah, because them young boys got their pipe on them, So
Yeah.
and you can't blame
Exactly.
them now for carrying a gun because you never know anything gonna jump off. They're coming in our churches, they're coming in
Yep.
our supermarkets, they're coming in our schools, So and you don't want the teachers to be armed. I mean, you got to.
It's just like where do we go from here? It's
No place is
crazy.
safe. No place is safe because
No,
you got
you're right.
it's crazy. No place is safe.
And I just knew from years back when the elementary school was shot up. I thought that because here in Athens, our schools are locked from the front. Like you have to ring a bell and show your face and they unlock the doors. But even, he was able to still get in with that school being locked from the front because I'm just like, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Emotionally,
Hey,
it's heartbreaking.
right. I agree with Sonya. I never thought in my lifetime, and I'll be 60 in August, I never thought in my lifetime that we have to call the police for the white man. We got to call the police on the white people.
Yeah,
it ain't no joke, but I'm just saying. We got to call the police for the white man now. And it's switching around. You know what I'm saying? And Drew, we said on the evidence protocol that this guy ran a 9 something. I said, who was behind him? The police was behind him? Because that's fast. You know what I'm saying? Man, I always say, man, I am tired of being sick and tired.
Me too. But
and
me
today
too.
in American history, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X wrote on his grave when we calling the police on the white people.
Yeah.
Hey, you're right, baby. You're right, man. It's sad. You're right, man. Woo.
Yeah.
Man,
But Chuck, I love you. But we gonna have to walk into church together. I'm just telling you.
hey,
The police won't get called on you.
And Ramona said we must be more aware of our surroundings. I watch everywhere I go, and it's just a habit. The ex-police officer said may have to have the Black Panther ideology to protect communities on our own, which is right. You got to be able to protect communities. But the thing is, some of our kids in some of these communities are just as worse as that person coming in to cause us harm. But the thing that you won't see is that crazy shooter going down there on the corner where all the boys at. Go to Styles and Grenette here in Savannah on any night. Go here and come down there. You coming to shoot everybody?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, leave.
And they pick out the innocent.
You're right. You're right. I go in the store and I watch me watching me.
Exactly.
Yeah, me too.
With me on the camera, watching ourselves and shit.
Yeah.
Especially when you shop at places where it's mostly Black. Like me, I live in a community where it is mostly Black. And I was when the story broke about Tops, I thought about the Piggly Wiggly here in Athens, and I was like, dang, because it's a lot of Black. It's in a Black neighborhood, and only Blacks really shop there. And I was like, when I went inside, I don't know, I got a little anxious because I was like, people were shopping at Tops the same way, not giving a thought about, just thinking about what they're gonna pick up, and somebody is just coming to the store shooting. Like, how do you reconcile that as a family member? as a store owner, as a community? How do you rectify that? Someone from outside of the community come into the community, and really, how does healing look for that community now? How does I'm asking, how does healing look for that community? Is that going to be on the news, or just the fact that 10 people lost their lives? Is the healing part going to be on? No, it's not.
Because
You
they
make a
will
good
always
point.
have to live with that.
Mhm.
They're always going to have to live with that. Just like next year, when it's time for those kids to go back to school,
Yeah.
kids are going to have to go back to that same bloody school.
Yep.
The same one.
Yep.
They
Let's hear
can't
how-
move that
to make
school
a
out of
point.
out of that town.
To make a point from what Tiffany was saying, you're absolutely correct. But the bad part is that you don't see us going into
Come on now.
their public supermarkets, to their parties,
Mm-hmm.
or any of those things, and shooting up anybody. But they don't seem to think that it's a problem because it's them doing it. Now, they probably would get every gun out of America if it was black people doing it.
Sure would.
You know,
Sure
you gotta be
would.
honest with it.
Well,
You gotta be
They would.
honest, you know?
Yes, they would.
they
Yeah.
would write a policy restricting our access to
Yeah.
no,
You have to
just
jump through any hoop.
specifically black people's access to guns. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. If black people started walking up into white establishments,
We
shooting
are
people,
delegated to being third class citizens
Yep.
in 2022. And
2000,
because
yeah.
if you look at it, everything is happening to us and nobody cares. You get George Floyd, you get all the Ahmaud Arbery, you get all of these shootings and killings, you get all the police brutality and police killings, and there is no rush to get a hate crime bill passed for us. There's no rush, but you get the Asian bill, you get the everybody bill except for one
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and we're relegated or delegated to be the third or fourth class citizens of this country because
Yeah.
nobody cares. And the problem is that you get so many bougie blacks, and you get so many blacks that are better off than everybody else. Those upper middle class people who feel like they've survived and they don't care about anybody behind them.
Yep.
So they don't protest. They don't advocate. They don't do anything. They don't make a fuss about nothing because they okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so that's the problem, you know. And I'm glad we
Unless
got
it's election time and they want somebody to vote.
yeah, that's when they come around to see you at that
Then you
time.
see them then.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we got young new elected officials like Commissioner-elect Tiffany Taylor from Athens, Georgia. And we're so proud of you. And we know that you're not going to let nothing just fly by overnight. We got 3 soldiers here that fight the same way. You must not have to
Absolutely.
move here after a while.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. You know what? You know when they gonna care? They gonna care when it hit on their door.
Yeah.
They gonna care when it hit on their door. When their kid done something happened to them. And that's why I don't understand. You know, people. I ain't gonna say black people, white people, or whatever. I don't understand people. The only time they want to get in the fight is when the mailman bring it to their door.
Yep.
And something done happen to their family member, whatever. We should be in here caring about everybody, no matter what. At the end of the day, and I tell people this here. You know what? If we, as a black community, just stick together, and do what we need to do. Trust me, I mean, I'm probably gonna get in trouble, but it don't matter. all these white folks will go back to England where they came from. If we just stick together, and it'll be us white folks and the Indians in America.
That's not going to happen.
It ain't gonna happen. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, the thing is this. Let's look at it this way. When we're going to have to eventually come to some agreement that we got to unite. We're going to have to, because they're systematically, everybody can see it now. It's more prevalent. It's in your eyes every day. It's in your face every day. You see it all over the news. It ain't long before they come for you. Yeah. You know, and when I say they, I'm talking about the establishment, because we've been institutional over the last 50 years to be jealous of each other. You don't see other races doing that. Me and Tiffany and Sandra, we couldn't all live in the same house. With Tiffany kids, with Chris, with Brandon, me and Ty, we gotta get our own place. You know, they condition us to think like that. But I went on several appointments that I had when I was working as an investigator law firm, and I would always go to these Hispanic homes, and it'd be 15 or 20 of them in there. They know how to live together. You can go to the Asian home, and the Asians live in the same way until they done sold everything to us in the community, and we got rich, and now we're all driving Porsches. We live out on the island in a gated community, but we the dummies.
Yep.
We the dummies. I ain't profiling nobody. I'm just telling the truth.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't profiling no race. I'm just telling the truth. We are the dummies. And see, one thing about this about most places that we are, and especially here in Savannah, Georgia, these Negroes are the scariest Negroes I ever met. Yes, these Negroes will not talk about race. If you talk about race, they run away from you. We got to address that 800-pound gorilla in the room. You got to address it. The only way you're going to get over it is address it so you can fix it. You know, I had an old guy call me a bigot just now. Dude, how can you call me that? You know what I'm saying? I just speak the truth. You know, I just speak the truth. I'm not racist. You know, I don't hate nobody, but probably him. You know, he's the only one I hate. I know he's watching because I live in his head every day. I occupy space in this guy's head 24/7, Jody Hawks. I occupy space in your head, Jody Hawks, 24/7. Because he's thinking about me all day. You must be gay. He's thinking about me all day long. You know, all day he's thinking about me.
Oh my goodness.
Until we can think on the same level together as one, we're gonna have a problem. And it's a plan to divide us. And we are divided. We're in different factions. You know, you got the bougie blacks. You got the high class blacks who are a little bit above the bougie ones. The bougie ones trying to get up there. They ain't got nothing, but they trying to get it all. You know, and now they looking down on people. You know? They think they running everything. You know, so until we can all just throw away and everybody put blindfolds on and walk in the room and negotiate what we're doing, we're going to continue to be in that sunken pit.
Yeah. And you're right, Jew. And I want to do this here, Jew. I want to give you a personalized invitation to America After Dark on Saturday night because you're truly a comedian. You know, they need to see the other side of you. America, listen, he's not the person that y'all are always trying to put this man in. He got a sense of humor. He's a comedian, man. Things come out of his mouth. It's like, you know, it's shocking to people, right? And seriously, Sonia and Tiffany is shocked. They're like, man, because he always serious. You know? Hey, he ain't always that. He just telling the truth. Just telling the truth.
If I could come on late night, I shouldn't be doing nothing on Saturday night. I might come on and see what we can get done.
Seriously, man, it's like we can do this whole show tonight about racism, because you know why? We the only group, we the only black people that bring the topic that we want to talk about, and that's racism in America. And what they do, they shed it. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it because they don't want to talk about it because they know for a fact it's a problem.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm not gonna be ashamed to tell you. I'm not gonna be ashamed to tell you that you got your foot on my chest and I can't breathe.
Absolutely.
That's how black people are in Savannah, especially. It's a foot on their chest. They can't breathe, and they're afraid to tell the man that please take the foot off my neck, or let's address that foot that you got on my chest. Let's address it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They rather
Struggle to breathe.
breathing problems than address that.
Yeah.
But I address it. I'm not scared to talk about race wherever I go. Everybody knows when I walk in, I'm black.
Absolutely.
You know, but some people, they just.
I had that said to me when I did my second forum. I didn't realize that it was a conservative forum, and I was asked the question what I was running for. Why was I running? And I was telling the facilitator that I was running because of the disparities within my community. And he was saying, well, what kind of disparities? And I went down the list of the disparities, and I told him, when our children walk outside their doors, they see the police. When they walk out their doors, they see trash everywhere. They hear the gunshots. They hear the sirens. That's our children's reality. And I told him that they also see the liquor store. They see the effects of the liquor store that's on the corner. They see the people that's hanging around the liquor store. They see the people that's laying out because they've had too much to drink. And he was saying, well, isn't that like a police problem? And I told him, no, it's not a police problem, because the police don't build the buildings. It's a government problem. It's a public health issue. Like, racism is because it's intertwined in every law that's made, because somebody that's sitting at that table making that law is racist. No matter if they got 9 other people beside them that's not, one of them is racist. You know what I'm saying? And that's in our schools, it's in the hospitals, it's at the restaurants we sit down and eat at. You know what I'm saying? Our sons can't even walk outside without having a target on their back, when white children can go into places and shoot it up because they did not pay attention to them, because they are not a threat. And that's what gives them so much power, because they are not looked at as a threat. So they're welcome into any open space because of the color of their skin. But you watching my son because of the color of his skin and his little fuzzy hair. But you didn't take a look at little Johnny that has an AK-47 in his shirt that he's ready to pull out and lay all this out.
Nope, because little Johnny can walk in the Waffle House with his AR-15 on his shoulder.
Yeah.
With his Trump flag in his back pocket.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody gonna say nothing.
It's negotiate. It's the negotiation for me. You can't. Black people can't even get pulled over without fearing that we might die. When this young man can walk, all of them can walk into churches, grocery stores, but they're negotiated. They live.
Yeah,
mentally.
You're right. And what's so crazy? I had this. I'm in Kroger's, right? So my girl Shorty, she called. She was like, "Hey, get some spaghetti sauce and turkey, right?" So I'm walking in Kroger's, right? I've been just probably about my second time walking this Kroger, because it's an Alpharetta, ain't nothing but white Kroger's, right? So I'm walking in there, right? And so I seen this big tall white guy. I guess he was the manager, whatever, right? So I'm going down this aisle. So I'm like way down on the aisle. And he turned and say, how you doing? I'm like, I'm way down here. He gonna ask me how I'm doing from far distance. I said, come here. Let me tell you how I'm doing. Can you tell me where I'm getting the spaghetti at and whatever? He's just trying to say how you doing so he can keep an eye on me.
Uh-huh.
Come on now. And I'm walking, and I see myself on the camera and I'm waving. Man.
Exactly.
You know what?
We already have
crazy, man.
Yeah, we already have enough.
We are the most passion, calm people in America history. Because trust me, if we snap, oh Lord have mercy. It's done. It's World War III. If we snap.
Yeah. It couldn't have been black people that was raiding the Capitol. It couldn't have been us four up there swinging off them poles.
Nah.
First of all, it wouldn't have been us because it would have been us four dead on the Capitol grass.
Exactly. When they tried to run up, but we shot them down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Girl, it would have been so much blood all over the Capitol, and they would have named the day the Capitol Massacre.
Yeah, we would have been the Capitol 4.
Because all it would have took is 4 for everybody else to start running. That's all. Did you see when that lady got shot? Didn't nobody leave? When that lady got shot, didn't nobody leave because they knew ain't nobody else that was just a fluke. Ain't nobody else gonna get hurt at this Capitol. We all right.
Yeah. And you know, it's man, please. This is America. This is America.
What they say, justice is blind. They must be peeking. I think she peeking. I think the eyes of justice is actually peeking. I don't know. You know.
Justice wasn't written for us. It was never written for black people to succeed. When you got forefathers that hated your skin, hated you because of the color of your skin, what makes you think, even if we're in 2022, that we're still safe? Like you said, like the Trump era, it gave them so much audacity to just be, just obnoxious, ugly. And what if you just punch a white person in the face? And I don't mean no disrespect. That is an honest question. What if you punched a white person in the face because of the racist stuff that they said? They would say, well, you should have just walked away because it was only words. You shouldn't have hit them. Well, they should have never said what they said to me. But you would be wrong because you punched them in the face. But you called me an N-word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll be wearing black Ray Charles glasses with a black.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Okay, we're gonna move on. It's a problem. Me and Bernard was talking earlier before y'all got on. They have 288. That's somebody sent it to me today. I don't know where it's at. I can't find it. 288 school shootings in this country since a year or so ago, or 2 years. I don't know what the date was. Some countries have zero. Countries, not cities, countries have zero.
Yes.
School shooting.
Whole countries. Whole countries have no mass shootings anywhere. I mean, because child, please, can you imagine somebody doing a mass shooting in Russia? And then Putin getting a hold of them. I mean, can you imagine that?
Yeah, it's the government.
Yeah.
I mean, because first of all, if I lived in Russia, I would be afraid that they would just pull off my arms and legs in the middle of the street. I mean,
Yeah, I
it
don't
would
know
be
why
that
Brittany
type of stuff.
Griner was even over there talking about playing no basketball. I wouldn't have been the last. Russia's the last place I'd have been.
You know what?
Yeah.
I would have got a real job as a secretary before I went over there. For real. For real.
All right, we're gonna move on to our second subject of the night because we ain't got but 2 or 3 tonight. We got 2 or 3 subjects because of the election. Y'all know I was in the street all day yesterday, from 6 in the morning till 11 that night. So I was out there almost 18 hours of in the field. So y'all didn't get the link until an hour ago, and y'all didn't get the no agenda. I just told y'all this is what we were talking about. But I posted it. I knew what we were going to talk about because I posted it 12 o'clock. I just didn't have time because I was out in the field all day today straightening up a bunch of stuff. But we're going to get into these elections, especially Georgia, because that's where we all from. So we're going to talk about the Georgia elections because what Georgia does kind of like sway the nation. So we're going to talk about the first race, and it was Purdue and Kemp battling to go against Stacey Abrams. Stacey Abrams is already in on the Democratic side. These two people are from the Republican side. They're battling to see who goes against Stacey Abrams. Suffice it to say that Purdue probably should have never been in with 260,000 votes.
Purdue got his backside whipped.
You know, 261,000 votes that Purdue had. Kemp had almost 1 million. Purdue is backed by Trump, and Kemp is backed by the other
everybody
half
else.
The other half of the radical Republicans. But this, Trump, one of the things is the Trump effect on elections, and Trump had a bad day in Georgia. I don't know whether any of his candidates might have won the primary last night, but
the
he
only
backed
one did was Herschel Walker.
Oh yeah, Herschel. He backed a whole bunch of people, and a whole bunch of them lost in Georgia. Herschel Walker won because of his name recognition and because he was a football star at the University of Georgia, and that because they see him as Uncle Ruckus, Stephen R. Django type.
You're right.
Yeah,
that's what he is. He ain't gonna do nothing but tote the walk. He used to carry the pigskin, but now he's just gonna tote the walk. So Herschel, man, I wouldn't piss on Herschel if he was on fire.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
They said it's gonna be a battle between him and what's his name?
But you know what though? So scary, Sandra. I don't know whether a bunch of Democrats crossed over and voted for Herschel and Kemp on purpose so Purdue wouldn't win. I don't know what the deal is, but Herschel had 799,000 votes. 799,000.
Yeah. You know what? They put. Yeah. I think Kemp and Herschel, what it is, a lot of them trying to push away from Trump. They are a lot of them trying to push away. So Purdue need to bring his chicken down. His price went up, so I know that's why he didn't win. His price went up in the grocery store, so I know he got some good chicken, but it's too high now. Hey,
all that chicken is high.
It's too high.
But
Jesus.
Herschel had 799,000 in his, and he took care of who he took care of all Gary Black, the former agriculture commissioner, a white Republican. Herschel beat him. He only had 156,000 votes. Okay, count that 799 and that 156. You got almost 1 million votes. almost 1 million votes. And in the Democratic side, Warnock had 695,000, and Tamara Shealy, she from Savannah. Both of these people are from Savannah who ran for the Democratic side. She had 28,000, just say 28,700 votes. That number don't come close to how many Republicans voted. You know what I'm saying? So it's some work to be done. And I was looking at the numbers for all the statewide races. We didn't come out to vote.
Yeah.
Well, we never come out to vote.
Yeah. Huh? And I told you that. And Jules, and y'all know I did. I kept telling y'all, what are y'all going to do to get the black folks back to the poll like they did in 2020? What are you? Because y'all, they done lost them. This ministry done lost the black vote. They have. You know.
I mean,
they have.
There's nothing. Y'all gonna catch hell getting. You gonna have to go in their house, put a gun to their head, drag them out. I mean, it's gonna be hard because this is the second anniversary today. Actually, is the second anniversary of George Floyd's death, and we don't have a signed bill.
Yeah, we tired again.
Because most of that stuff in there is basically against the policeman. It's basically against the policeman. That's why they ain't signing yet, because most of it in there is basically against the police. But I'm saying right now, Stacey, y'all better get on the ball. Run off what? Y'all better get on the ball, because if not, y'all gonna be sitting home saying, "What should I do? What should I do to win?" Trust me, they need to get on their butt. They need to do whatever they need to do to bring these young folks back out.
Yep. Because I think it was a sense of inspiration in 2020. Like we had a goal to work towards, and that's what got everybody so excited. We're gonna turn Georgia blue. We're gonna be able to do it. We're gonna be able to get some change, and then nothing. Like, where's the you lose momentum after a while. You know,
the only thing changed were we went from the pandemic, the flu, into what you call it, what they call it. I can't think of it right now, but high prices. That's the only thing we went to. Everything high. Huh?
Yeah. Inflation,
right? Inflation. Yeah, that's the only thing we went from there to there.
And with no help in sight, no relief in sight. You know, at least when we were going through the pandemic and everything was just going haywire, we had stimulus and things like that.
Yeah.
It was like a safety net. We had some type of safety net. But can you imagine these poor people going to work and they're paying $4 and something a gallon? They can't afford to get to work. Half of them.
Yeah, America is like a deadbeat dad. Gonna give money to everybody else, but ain't even take care of your own kids.
Yeah. I mean,
well, you're right, and then we got monkeypox coming, so
right. That's what I said.
You got new,
and
so
then
we got to be careful of that. We got to look at the symptoms and find out where it's at, and I don't know what
if it's contagious.
And then I was kind of feeling some kind of way, because first they said that it came from I think Europe, some type of rage parties, sex between homosexual men. You know, yes, but
Well, they're gonna get blamed for everything.
yeah,
But I think we
but
way off subject because we supposed to be talking numbers on the election. I don't know why.
yeah, but it kept showing black people, and then they said that this monkeypox originated in Africa.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, so I don't
And
know.
that's the way that we get blamed for everything. That's what they're gonna do.
Absolutely. Throw a black face up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So that makes these little crazy deranged boys walk in supermarkets and churches and start shooting us because they tell them that we're evil.
Yeah.
Y'all had two monkeys on the loose down there next to y'all, Julius.
No.
Herschel Walker had 799. Warnock had 600. They didn't run against each other yet. They don't run against each other until November. So y'all got to see that these numbers have to be picked up. He only got
Yeah.
695,000 people to vote for him. Herschel got almost 1 million. So y'all got to be able to look at this and say, we got to step it up. It's got to be some rallying of the troops going on because that cannot happen the way that it happened. Herschel cannot continue to do to outnumber him the way that he's doing, the way that he did. Bernard, you saying something, Bernard?
In the defense of
return. I'm telling you right now, one off. If he don't get on his, if he don't get where he need to be, you know what? When he first came out, man, he was like all over the place, just doing what he needed, just ride, and now all of a sudden they get comfortable. Now I'm telling you right now, you got these white folks pushing Herschel. That money can buy you votes.
Of course,
Money
it
can buy you votes. Right.
Of course, it can. But
and then on top of that, they're going to use his career to resonate, nostalgia into the people who used to love to see Herschel run on the field. They're going to vote for him anyway.
Herschel won only because of name recognition, nothing else.
That's it, right? That's it.
Name recognition and the racist tendencies of knowing that he's going to carry that water.
Yeah.
Hell, if Donald Trump became president, then Herschel Walker might become whatever he running for.
Well,
that's what we live in.
But because that was just a primary, Julius, a lot of Democrats, they lack, but a lot of times they don't come out during runoffs, primaries, things like that. So that might have just been a fluke.
That's true. But you don't want to. They need to be rallying the troops to get out and stay out. We don't need to come out every time. We need to come out every time.
That's true. But I think that they want Stacey Abrams. They feel like Stacey Abrams, it was stolen from her the last time.
Well, we're gonna see whether they
come out. Steal it back.
Right. I think that I think that they may come out in droves because of the fact that Kemp stole it. He stole it. Plain and simple.
I think everybody's anticipating this showdown. It's like a rematch. And Stacey rightfully won last time. Like that was they stole that from her. That was some bull. And we should have made a louder noise for that as well. Because they're banking on Black people to forget. Even if we don't forgive the act, we'll forget the act. And before long, just give it a minute. They ain't gonna be talking about it.
Well, see, they look at trends. They say they look at trends, and they looked at how close it was in that race when he did that, when he stole the election last time 4 years ago. Now they're looking at, for the last 4 years, how do we make sure that don't happen again?
Well,
so what they did was came up with all these rules so they can make it harder for us or to
Yeah.
or to scare you.
Yeah.
You know, so now they got you scared to do anything because you can go to jail.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I wish you would give somebody some water in that damn line.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, how you gonna change the game in the middle of the game? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That just it's just crazy. The way things are, and like I say,
What
Stacy and
executive
Waterfall.
order did he oh, child, please. I was trying to read what Rebecca said.
yeah, what she didn't say what executive order he signed today.
To about price gouging.
Well,
To block
they
people
can't
from
block an executive order, I don't think.
to
But they blocked price gouging legislation. And I guess Biden went around there and signed the executive order. I don't know. Rebecca will tell us in a second exactly
Yeah.
what it was for.
Yeah.
But it's just pitiful. It was about policing. Oh, okay. We'll see
Yeah.
see what the executive order we'll read into it and
And,
see more in depth.
and you know what? It's a lot of people that come, watch our show, and they comments. They read on point. They make great comments. They read on point. If we have a lot of people that's say what they really and truly mean on these comments and everything, if everybody piggyback on all that, I mean, least we'll start making a change. You know what I'm saying? At least you'll start making a change. And we appreciate everybody making comments. At the end of the day, read their comments, because we in this together at the end of the day.
Oh yeah, no question. We have to make it better for all of us.
Yeah.
At some of the other races, Trump also had Butch Miller. He was backing Butch Miller for lieutenant governor. He lost in the primary. He was backing this guy called Heiss for against Rafflesberger for Secretary of State. Heiss lost. Rafflesberger beat him down, and the only one he really got was Herschel. I don't know whether he was backing Carr or
That's
not.
his son. That's his son.
Yeah, ever since the New Jersey Generals and all.
That's right. Ever since the New Jersey General, he gave Herschel $1 million. That's his son now.
Yeah. So we have a real tough one also. Our beloved senator lost and didn't make the runoff.
who?
Lester Jackson.
Uh,
Bodie, Representative Bodie got 182,485. Nicole Holmes got 165,433, and Lester was at 128,031. So the top two go to the runoff to face the Labor Secretary Thompson. Now this is what's scary again. When you add all their numbers up, it does not come close to the guy Thompson from the Republican side. He had 634,779. They got 100,000, 100,000, 100,000. You're only gonna get up to 400,000 with those numbers they got. This man is almost 200,000 ahead of you.
Exactly. But you know what, Julius? It's those, it's see, if you're not saying senator, if you're not saying governor, things like that, people are not studying. I know that's an old word. People not studying those types of races, even though they don't understand the impact the labor commissioner has on their lives down in Savannah.
And a lot of people probably must be, because if that many people voted for the governor, it should have had that many more voted for these positions also. But um, um, voted in the Herschel race, or Herschel versus Warnock. That was a little over almost 2 million votes.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
But they but if they're and then they're so used to seeing Lester's name in the Senate spot by itself. You know, people they may have looked over there, but he doesn't even really have name recognition for real, because Lester don't really, he's not really get out there knocking on doors in people's face for real, you
right?
know.
And that's true.
So
And politics have changed, and
mhm,
politics have changed. If you can't, um, he won his own backyard here in Savannah, but that was expected. You got to be able to win in the other person's backyard to beat them.
yes,
You know, if you can't beat me in your own backyard, you cannot beat me in mine. So if I come in your backyard and tie you or beat you, you can't beat me in my backyard.
mm-hmm,
It ain't gonna happen.
yep,
So he served about 24 years there, 22, 24 years, and he did. He's everybody's friend, and we wish him well. He'll be there to the end of the year, and we'll be seeing what the senator has in store for him going forward, moving forward in the political arena.
shoot, run for county commissioner, senator.
You trying to start something?
Shoot,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'll come down there and run your campaign, I promise.
But and we got some other races. My girl, and see, this is another one. State superintendent of schools. Alicia Searcy, who I was supporting, who I was helping here in Savannah, she had 378,971 votes. And she's going to move forward to go against Woods, who is I think he's the current state superintendent for the Republican side. He had 798,000. Y'all get that numbers? Y'all listen to these numbers. He had 798,000. She had, and he wiped the people out he running against. Now, she had 378,000. She wiped the people out she running against. But those numbers don't line up.
They don't match up.
I added them up to see, and the Republicans are outvoting us. And I'm just hoping that this is the general. I mean the primary that they're just doing the primary and won't forget about going out to vote.
Yeah.
In general, I think it'll be a mad push to get everybody out.
Yeah.
If there wasn't none this time, it'll be one in October, November. That they'll be pushing real hard.
You're right.
Well,
I to be honest, I think people gonna really and truly, hopefully, come out in November. You know what I'm saying? October, November. That's it. If you look at the history, it's always like that. They'll come out in October, November, and then they'll come out when it's time for them to pick the president of the United States.
Yeah. But
and they'll come out there.
You know what else, Julius? What month is this? Well, it's May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Okay, so between now and then is 6 months, right? And we've had two major things that have happened. 3. We've had 2 mass shootings, and we've had that abortion bill. The abortion rights thing that's about to get struck down in June. Okay. So you have a lot of people that's going to be upset. You know, you got a lot of people upset right now, and you got a lot of people that's going to be upset come June. So all they have to have is one more thing. Let it be a school. I mean, let it be a police shooting that's a massive one or something, you know. And then the Democrats will come out because you know they're going to be trying to protect women's rights. They're upset about all of these mass shootings, and they're going to want some more change. And we have to tip the numbers more, because obviously Manchin and all of them, you know, we have to make the Senate, you know, more democratic. And
Well, that's the
even
only
the
way that
House.
you're going to change anything on the national level is to make it more democratic. But the problem that I have, Sandra, is this: um, the Republicans push until it gets done. The Democrats don't seem like they want to spend any money. If they do, they're giving it to the party people, to those candidates, and they're not spreading out to the people that can help. They don't know the people that can help, because especially when you come to this side of town, you come in here and then you get blind folks, and you give it to the same people who are not the change agents anymore, and you're giving them the money. They're not change agents anymore. So you're not really getting that push. Now, Black Voters Matter and the People's Agenda and 9 to 5. It's a couple of organizations that are doing great things with a fair fight. That's Stacey Abrams' thing. They're doing great with doing what they're doing with changing everything up.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Um.
it, I don't know.
Hey, if I'm running for office and I'm sitting back right, Sonya, and I see these numbers, the first thing gonna come to my head is, okay, I think I need to go back to the drawing board, and see what I need to do to make a change to get these votes, to get these people out. Because right now, if it's like if Herschel the way he is, and then you got one off, the first thing in the one-off cap should be, we got a fight on our hand.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to go back to what it took in 2020 to get, because if not, you're gonna be right back there passing the Martin Luther King Jr. Church. That's
yeah.
where you're gonna be at, you know.
Yeah.
And Herschel gonna be up there, because Herschel can't even spell vote. So he gonna be up there.
I hate you.
How he
can't
stayed
even
in
spell
Georgia?
vote.
How he stayed in Georgia that long? I don't know.
Hey, Herschel, hey, because you know what, he have the people, the right people backing him. Trust me, and that's the key.
I heard him talk last night, and he sound half retarded.
He's not gonna debate anybody.
Mm-mm.
Period.
No.
He's not gonna make no commercials on his own.
No.
Because he can't.
Mm-mm.
No.
But they're pouring that money behind him, and this is what they're telling
Yeah.
him. You're right, Ramona. Run, Herschel, run.
Yeah, run, Herschel, run. Yeah.
You know, toting that pigskin.
And we know how he run, Jewish. We know how he run. Only thing we see when he was at Grove, all we see was his feet.
His back. He run.
Leaving us in the dust.
Yeah. Nikita Hemingway, she is I believe she'll be the agricultural nominee for the Democratic side. And B. Wynn, I think her and D. Dawkins, they're in a runoff for Secretary of State for the Democratic side. And Bodie and Nicole Horn, they're going to be in a runoff for the Democratic side for Labor Secretary. when you get a little bit local, you got state Senate seat number 2. You got on the Democratic side, you got Mallow, Derek Mallow. Carl Gilliard won easily over Freddie Prelo for Representative seat, House seat 162. And State House seat 163, you had Ann Westbrook beat Mahogany Bowers. And State House seat 168, you had Al Williams beating Mika Smith real bad.
Yeah,
And
Al Williams been there for what, about 40 years?
Yeah, Al Williams 18. This make 20. I saved the one that I'm gonna talk about in a minute, and we're gonna talk about that in a second. But we want to also say congratulations to Tiffany again. She won her race. She's now the 3rd district commissioner for Athens, Georgia. And Athens, Georgia. What county that is? Clark County or something? Bibb County?
Clark County.
No, Clark County.
Clark County. Yeah.
And,
is she the first? Is she the first woman there, or the first Black woman there?
I doubt it. I don't think so. She would have told us that. And we got 2 things that we're going to cover in our next 20 minutes, because we're going to leave in 20 minutes, y'all. 20 minutes, we'll be finished. Get ready for Unjust. Unjust comes on at 9 o'clock. We leaving a little early. 20 minutes. Because it's going to take us 20 minutes to cover these 2 things. The first one is Joyce Griggs. No matter what they did to her, she still ended up the number 1 vote getter of the Democratic side for U.S. House District 1.
Wow. Congratulations, Joyce.
The number 1 vote getter for House District 1, U.S. House District 1.
Who did she run against?
She's in it against Wade Herring. Joyce had 48.6% of the vote. Wade had 38% of the vote, and Michelle Monroe had 13.4% of the vote. So whoever get Monroe's votes in the runoff is gonna face Buddy Carter in November. Now I did predict it. That, my wife said, well, that's what Ramona said. Herschel's now a puppet. They just want a damn puppet. Okay, now in this race, my wife says, as Julius predicted, I told them that Joyce would still beat whoever they put in that race. Now, conventional wisdom says that she cannot beat Buddy Carter because she don't have the team to beat Buddy Carter, and the other guy who she beat has the team. Wade Herring has a team. But Joyce was just like Herschel Walker. Joyce has been doing it so long that her name resonates with everybody in all these counties. Joyce won every single box except one. Every box in the 17 counties that the 1st Congressional of Georgia is around, she won every box except one, and that was in Brantley County, and she lost that one 39-38 in Brantley County, 39%, 38%, and Monroe had the rest. In Chatham County, she even won Chatham County, and it was 45-44. 45% to 44%. Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Lord. Here comes Jesus.
There go Jesus, boy.
I guess we want to talk on this subject. What do you say about the race last night, good brother? You kind of
Which race?
the Wade Herring and Joyce Briggs a race where Joyce still beat them in every box in the state except one. Every box in the district except one.
Well, some people say that that's a scheme to help Buddy Carter. So, what's your thoughts on that? They said
So you
they
think
said Joyce, huh?
so you thinking that people crossed over to vote for Joyce so she could run against Buddy Carter?
So I'm telling you what some people have shared and what they have said. They said that Joyce can't beat Buddy Carter. So if Joyce was to get the nomination for the Democratic Party, that Buddy Carter will get back into office. I'm just sharing. This is what some people said along the coast. So what's your thoughts on that? You know,
Well,
I voted for Joyce Griggs. I support Joyce Griggs. So people who they know that I support Joyce Griggs, so that's what they're going to tell me. They say, hey, you know, that's basically a plot to help Buddy Carter win because she can't win the entire district. So what's your thoughts?
well, I don't think that that's what happened. I don't think they crossed over. They might have did something, but they didn't cross over to get Joyce in there to be
Well,
to be.
right. It's
I
not
think
necessarily. It's not necessarily crossing over. They say if Joyce wins, that means Buddy Carter's gonna win. So they're not necessarily saying folks crossing over. They're saying that people who support and vote for Joyce Griggs, and if she defeats Wade Herring and Michelle Monroe, then that means Buddy Carter gets in. So it's not necessarily about people crossing over. It's just that people feel that. I'm just telling you, folks from Brunswick in Camden County, coming on up, Liberty County, that is their perspective. Chatham County might have a different view. I'm just letting you all know what some other people have shared. And this goes back to when Joyce first announced. And that's why some are like saying, which they know that I was going to support Joyce. That's why someone didn't come to me per se to ask me about supporting their candidate. They're like, we know you're going to support Joyce. But if Joyce wins, that means Buddy Carter will get back in. So I want to know, what's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts on that?
if you want my thoughts,
So in other words, you're saying this.
Go ahead, Bernard.
So in other words, you're saying they voted for her that gonna beat him, and he mad, you know, he gonna run away with it. So they put the least person he gonna run away with it. That's what you're saying?
No. What I'm saying, there are people, if you all don't notice, that's why I say outside of Savannah, outside of Chatham County, when Joyce even had announced, and that's why I said, because I'm going along the coast, because, you know, I do stuff outside. People had said in Glenn County and in Camden County and in Liberty County, they have taken the position that Joyce cannot win. But those people like myself who vote for and support Joyce Griggs, they said that we are helping Buddy Carter. That's why it's not even Republicans. They're just saying any people that vote for Joyce Griggs is going to help Buddy Carter. They say Joyce cannot win the entire district. She can't win. They say she can't win Charleston County. She can't win Clinch County. So I'm asking you, what's your thoughts on that? Because if y'all ain't never heard it before, that's why I said you got to come out of Savannah. And then now go and hear what the people are saying outside. And that's the perspective that some people are sharing. So I want to know, I have my own thoughts on that. And that's why I ain't let that sway me. Because again, and that's why I say they know Jamal is supporting Joyce. But they're saying, hey, listen, Michelle is a better candidate. Wade is a better candidate. So if Joyce wins, then that means Buddy Carter's going to win. So is that the perspective, y'all? Is that a thought that y'all have? Also, what do you think about that thought?
Joyce won. I don't think that that's what it is. I think that Joyce won because Joyce did the work for the last few years running for that position, and people know her name and they voted for her because they know Griggs. It ain't got nothing to do with any of those other things. The other candidate, Wade Herring, spun $500,000 trying to beat her, and she was on a shoestring budget. So it's going to take their team trying to outmaneuver her, or her just putting on a great campaign, because it's going to come down to November. Well, it's going to come down to 28 days from now, 27 days from now, when they have their runoff. Because she failed to get 50% plus one. She got 48.6. So now it's just the two of them. So we got to see where those 13% that Michelle Monroe got, who gets them. And we got to see whether we're coming back out to the polls to vote in the runoff. So it's going to be kind of tricky on what happens here next. But we'll see. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think it's just the effect that she's been around. They know her name. She got name recognition. Some people are not going to vote for her, especially those people that betrayed her in the process and came out for Wade Herring this time. I'm supporting whoever wins out of either one of them. Out of either one of them who wins, I'm supporting. I voted for Michelle Monroe. I did. I'm supporting whichever one comes out of that.
You are a traitor. You voted for Michelle Monroe. You are a traitor. You're a traitor.
You don't want to get into that conversation. You don't want to get in that conversation.
Why not? I'm never afraid. I'm never afraid of any conversation. You know, I ain't afraid of no conversation.
Well, I have a reason.
So Jesus, what's your thoughts?
And if you are supporting Joyce, you don't want me to get into that conversation. Okay? So
why not? Why not? We got to stop being afraid. I'm not afraid.
Well, I like I said, I'm gonna leave that alone because she did some things that crossed the line out here in Port Wentworth, and I'm not gonna go there. So if you support her, I don't think you need to be trying to hurt her.
Okay.
So what's your thought? What's your thought, Jesus? Y'all might well go ahead and put it out there. We done started the conversation. Come on now, don't be scared. Let's open it up.
Well, I ain't never scared, but I know that it's not the time for it. I've already said everything I've said about it. I'm gonna support whoever comes out of that race, and that's who I'm gonna support. Whoever comes out of that race against Buddy Carter. I can't support Buddy Carter in no kind of way.
So what about you, Jesus?
My thoughts and what I've shared, and I shared this last night on the Better Savannah stream. I mean on their show last night, that my position is this: that what happened regarding all candidates who did not get the victory that they wanted, that I go and ask folks, who galvanized the people? Who galvanized the people? There's one candidate that I can't say galvanized the people to go out and vote. I would say Tonia Howard-Hall, she galvanized the people. And what I tell everyone, I say if you are running in a school election to a political election for a governmental position, that I tell folks, people might like your platform. They might love your platform. They might like you and they might love you. But guess what happens? When you in turn don't get your people out to vote, you will lose. So that's what it is. And sometimes we can't make that connection with regards to understanding getting our people out to vote. We got to galvanize the people. So I asked, what candidate, that's what I'm just saying on the Chatham County side, what candidate in Chatham County galvanized people to turn out to vote for them? I think that a number of people did not get the people who would probably supported them. But I say at least Tonia Howard-Hall, I'm going to give her credit saying that because I know what Julius and what she has been doing. I know that they've been out there pressing the flesh. And now something, and now to go back in time, as I had shared with some other folks and shared it on some other shows too, that like with Otis Johnson ran for mayor. And there was a runoff with he and Pete Lakakis. Pete had the money. Pete had the personal attitude. Everybody loved Pete. But what Otis didn't have the money like Pete. But what Otis did, Otis would impress the flesh. He had his team, which I was a part of. The group of us, we're out there pressing the flesh. We're out there in the community. So we are galvanizing people to come out to vote. We're connected to the people. But when you don't do that, guess what? People, you might have the best platform in the whole wide world, but guess what? Your people sitting at home. Your people ain't doing nothing. And so that's why I say, hey, people lost because I say they ain't galvanized their people to get them to come out to vote.
And you're exactly right. A strong team will beat money all day long.
That's right.
A strong team. Yeah. Give me a strong team and enough to just fund that team. You can't beat me.
Yeah.
You can't beat me.
Yeah.
A strong team, especially in the district where it's a toss-up. You cannot beat me if I got a strong team. Can't.
Hey,
can't.
Because at the end of the day, we as black folks, we don't really care about no money. We care about who's gonna support us. What's the platform that you coming in my house to tell me that you the right person for me to vote for?
Right.
Money don't matter if you ain't got no money.
Mhm.
Period.
Just like Sandra lost the Estella Shabazz by 88 votes the first time, didn't it?
Yep.
Sandra didn't have no team. You know who Sandra's team was?
Me.
Sandra. Walking and knocking on doors herself. She couldn't make it all the way around. That district too big.
Yeah.
So she needed help. A stronger team. She only lost by 88 votes. All she needed to do was turn 45 of them. You know?
And so now, I threw that out there, in particular last night. And like I said, I share this all the time with people. And guess what's happening? They are trying to use that same type of thought process for the mayoral election also. They're saying, hey, listen, a war chest has already been built up for one candidate, and this other candidate don't have, And I'm saying, y'all don't understand.
Bernard, tell him to call the name, Bernard.
Call the name. Come on, man. Listen.
I can't remember. I can't remember. I can't remember.
You can remember. You always come up political correct. Call the name, man. Call the name. You call my name. You will say America After Dark, Bernard Brown. So come on, man. Call the name.
Why do I get bullied on the All Black Media platform? I get bullied on all their shows. Oh my God! But anyway, I'm just gonna go back. So when I tried to tell them, I said, you don't understand. They can have all the money they want, but guess what? Those are folks out here who are going to work as a team. They're going to be out there pressing that flesh. They're going to be talking. I say, and that can defeat all the money. I say, because it's there. You just got to have that team. Just like you said, Julius, you got to have that team that now cause people like, okay, I got to do this. I'm part of this right here. I'm a part of this, so I'm going to make this happen.
That's right. You got to have that team. Your teamwork makes the dream work.
And so, but yeah, they're going to try to use that.
When Bernard move back to Georgia, to Savannah and run, he gonna have a team. He gonna have a team when Bernard
That's
run.
it.
You know?
But nobody from nobody from Jenkins gonna be on his team. And nobody from Jenkins gonna be on his team. Nobody from Jenkins will be on his team.
We don't need Jenkins. Sonya gonna be on our team because she's coming back. We don't need Jenkins. We got trust me. You don't know why? Because Jenkins folks are scared to call names.
Yep.
I can be behind these two candidates right here. Y'all come on back from Atlanta and Houston.
That's it.
And I got y'all. Y'all come on back.
Because you know what? It's like this here. It's the passion that we have for our people. You know what I'm saying? And all of us on this panel. It's the passion that they know for a fact we're going to give our heart and soul and work for y'all. Whether we win or lose, we're gonna fight. And that's the problem. We got these, people that look like us ain't fighting for us.
Exactly. Wearing our uniforms and ain't playing on our team.
That's it. That's it.
This is another problem. Goes back to what I was saying earlier, Jamal. We got 10 minutes, 9 minutes, 8 minutes left. Joyce had 21,000, let's say 22,000 votes. Wade Herring had 17,000. Michelle Monroe had 6,000. So when you add all those numbers up, you roughly come to about 44,000, 45,000 votes. So you're talking about 45,000 votes when Joyce had 135,000 in the general election last time. So it's 90,000 votes less than what she had of what people participated 2 years ago. But that was in the general when she ran against Buddy Carter, and Buddy Carter had 180,000, and she had 135,000, and that's she got more votes than any Democratic candidate facing Buddy Carter, and it was only for one reason that she got that many votes.
Why? Oh,
the guy right in the shirt.
There you go.
But and I can pat myself on the back because I worked my butt off on that race.
I remember that.
You know,
Mhm.
so but now it's going to take a whole lot of work to get that done. You know, you keep striking the stone, eventually it's going to break in half. So we'll see. The last subject for the day is Chief Mentor is leaving. That's the police chief here in Savannah, Georgia. He is going to be a U.S. Marshal.
Y'all can't keep no chiefs. Boy, either they going to jail or they leaving.
Yeah. Period. Bye.
You know what? He wasn't doing a good job any damn way. I don't know why Biden picked him. Biden picked him to be the U.S. Marshal for I don't know what district he going to, whether he going to be the U.S. Marshal here in Savannah or whether he going somewhere else. I know it's in Georgia, so it might be Savannah.
Mm.
So that's what he's
Biden need to go. Man. You know what?
Well,
it's like
we can't get Trump back though. Trump would be a disaster in this country.
Even though we cannot, and we cannot get Trump back. We cannot get Trump back. Period.
Yeah, that's correct.
But at the end of the day, JoJo,
country and the world comes to an end. The world comes to an end if you put Trump back in there.
Well,
right? Because he out for revenge. He out for revenge.
Yeah, and you see how his vice president Mike Pence, you know, pretty much ran against him down in Georgia, and
he went opposite of what Trump liked.
Yeah, and so that gives you a preview of what 2024 is going to be like, because I think that Mike Pence said that he's going to run.
Yeah, you're right, Margot. The chief of police in Savannah hit it and quit it. They take the money and run. That's what Lumpkin did. That's what all of them did. The only one stayed around is Gallatly. But that's what Lumpkin did. And that's what this guy here is doing. He ain't been there but 2 years, 3 years? And now he's gone. People don't even know him yet.
Yeah.
And now he's gone. So, but good riddance, you know, because he knew what the hell he was doing anyway. I don't know how Biden, he must have had a favor or something. Van must be calling a favor and got him over there. That's what I'm thinking. Just so he can get rid of him. So he can bring in a new police chief. But the police chief ain't going to be proactive. Ain't no sense in bringing him here. You know, it's a pandemic in Savannah. And I ain't talking about no COVID. I'm talking about these bullets.
All these killings.
Bullets. Now, y'all got any last words? Because we're going to wrap it up. It's been a long day.
Man,
I've been out working all day. I rushed in here just so I can do this show because we've never missed a show in almost 3 years. October 19th make 3 years. We've never missed a show. Well, pandemic, tornadoes, hurricanes, everything. We don't miss shows on the Rabble.
Yeah, I mean, all we can do is pray for America. Pray for your children.
Yeah.
Hug them a little bit tighter tonight.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. Y'all get ready to go out and vote. We got a bunch of runoffs. I told y'all about them. So y'all get ready to go out and vote. You got Joyce Griggs and Wade Herring in a runoff in 27 days. Mm-hmm. You got B. Wynn and D. Hawkins for Secretary of State in 28 days. You got Bodie and Nicole Horn in 27 days. Runoff. And
vote Wade Herring so that we can get Buddy Carter out of there. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
That'll make George not have to go in there now.
Well, and
I'll just let you know in case you had
a I'm just saying we need to put somebody in there that can win.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, we want to go with a winning horse. You know, I mean, if our horse can't win, don't put them in the race.
If they can't win, don't take them to the Kentucky Derby.
That's right. So vote Wade Herring. If he got a team, if he got the money in the backing, vote him.
I'm staying neutral on it, even though I should have a side. I'm staying neutral because it's not about me. It's not
Julia,
about me, and I'm not going to make it about me. One of the candidates did something to me that is unforgivable, I think, and we still overcame what they did. But I think it's not about me, and I'm going to be the bigger person, and whoever wins, I'll support. But I'm not supporting you. I'll support you through my business, because I'm not doing anything for free no more. Y'all done got all the free work out of me. Y'all done got everything free out of me. So it ain't no such thing no more. But whoever wins out of that in 27 days, that's who I'm supporting. Oh, and there's one more big race that in the runoff. Joe Huffman against Richard Sanders. I am a big Joe Huffman fan.
Yeah.
Y'all make sure y'all go out and vote for Joe Huffman. There is no ifs, ands, and buts about it. I like Richard Sanders. He's a friend of mine. I consider him a friend. But Joe Huffman, I believe, is the candidate for that position. Yeah. Now, who been in my stuff deleting stuff? You can't delete my stuff. This is my stuff.
Hey, Joe, good guy. He vote for him. Trust me, he's a good guy.
I got to talk to this girl. Hey, Giovanna, you give me a call because you done been in the wrong studio deleting stuff. That's my new producer. She was in the wrong studio. Must be doing. Tamika did it, I believe. Your producer. On Saturday night, they done delete all my stuff that I have up here, where I can't do what I need to do. Anyway, it's time for us to go. Unjust is next in 3 minutes. Unjust, and y'all stay tuned for all the shows when you come on, Bernard.
Saturday night at 10 o'clock, and the special guest gonna be Jewis. Juice Hall is going to be the special guest on American
I'm going to be out of town. I'm going to be out of town, but I'm going to try to make it. Computers work out of town. You got Mona Lisa Monroe at 10 in the morning. You got Taking the Journey Together at 6. 2 therapists in the microphone at 7 tomorrow. Ebony's Post Propose at 8. And Express Opinions at 9. Express Opinions is our new show. But we got to go. And last, you got 1 second. You was saying something?
Nope.
Hey,
y'all.
Last word. Hey.
Huh?
Me and my daughter went viral.
Doing what?
On TikTok.
Okay, we got to go and
Send
watch
it to me.
We got to go and watch it. Good night, everybody.
Over 60,000.
Send it to me. Bernard.
Send it to all of us. Good night, everybody.
All right.
Bye, y'all.
Y'all be good.
I like that.